Kenya se ena nyinwase radio 89.7 ewo Ketikrachi Kasiebo krai ya yade esommo no ya kamu biam amati ase se Apple 68 of Virginia, Dyson Radio Italy, Adafopa Radio, our Paris, G-Live Radio UK, OPD Radio, our UK, Kasiebo Kray, and I'm Loud Silence TV show. And anyway, made someone Samia, made Abraham Dimu Akutini be and a say. I don't come a woman Rasaba de Fear at the Kratadi Aquacoma. I am Rasaba Jomichi, I made some tum. Emma Chief Justice Paul Bafumoni, Yanintum. It was some Ewaha, a baby when Como. Deputy Finance Minister and so Edia Tuga Sebredia Dra was say, yes, Mumeshimu Ding, Emma Nekoso, Ebanasa, Yadada Brabo, and yes, Shemudeno. Was so for was share upon them some swanable cobenminta a candle. Ede Atuja, Yara some more can say contract bia, Wamudima company be sanka, when we had the digital system, no, was shim Edia Fuman some at the many powerful as I say, one year Sedjumano, and Yadia Wamo a year. Mif and penning for and a day abe special prosecutor Eddie Ababa to just say open be a friend of Dr. Sledge. Ya what is Legon Omako Bogren Fie Aqua send woman be a bet to me Abuama Shemu to me Akoso Emusam Awaha Yedi Ho and Como Papa Amana to me Akoso Sam Dosso and Yabobuana so Krojane Ya de Esomo and net and you may say Siabremu Kasiebo our Power FM TV SYZ and Radio XYZ. So abafo ya mo asum amu TN everywhere you go wamu ekutem Little George Health Shop enso ekurem den edi apomdem nsam edi boayen Ruta natural product edi Ruta mixture edi abeboayen ya malaria away 3P garlic mixture pure natural health and what they aba omoso beboa mewani etumi agye ho. Let's talk educational consult mumesuya papa Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules and the Nahaxa Mesa and the capsules so Ekuramu Solak Natural Clinic and so Afa Kasiebo Eka. Me amote minka ene edei. Eya me okumangra diwanf oheneba boama benye afei ensem nchirimu eni. Minority for ewo mrase bedefie eye dom kuma no. Ene edei. Wamude sense bi edi ababetu ga. Wamude se wamude krata emotion. Edi akwakoda mrase bedwam tiamehene. Say Justice Paul Bafo Boni ya ye pese ye geno etum. Na wono eba be Chief Justice o man Ghana mu no. Ye geno tumu a enya yie. Esa se mame Gertrude Araba esa ba sekitokonu ya wo mu eyi no nya kwampapa so eno mo faaye no. Eti sa mame ya ne honsam eba ye no. Ye sansem no mu na yenwuram ne yenwie ansana ya the Chief Justice die Prof Bafo Boni die omo de aba. Na de omo gina so ene se atakre 1101 no and 125 and 127 no afei atakre 1141 and 146 and also akasa wa fe apoma hankro aduokro mienu 1992 constitution ni mu a okani pefe na dia asem no kan appointment committee ya wo mo no mo ba be no wode wo setto no so sem appointment committee enye ema ne homne sumpo se ye beji owi apo Bafo Boni kura no ye ne be ba betanse kura tutu na kampese o ma no atum otim se we asem ya case number ECW/CCJ/APP/32/25 ewo ECOWAS ya wo mu edie ewo ECOWAS court ye nuye eti mame Gertrude Araba esa ba trekitokonu oda so Chief Justice no de to so mienu ene say asem kura ya ye di ho asem ya ye kwai new Chief Justice asem kwai ada so Supreme Court and High Court wa bre ho so yenya enuye enya efamame Gertrude Araba esa ba sekitokonu ho ya yenya nuye eti ade na wo so bi kokose ba bi na okokaka se ye kokwai ni Chief Justice da bi da enam ne kwanso ye fe no ntonchen the Tosbium Attorney General and Minister for Justice Dr. Dominic Ayini Krano omuhiano mrasebe dwafie womle beyi sansemi nyina no efama me Gertrude Araba esa ba sekitokonu ho na yehu ba bi ansem na kodro ene sede esi akowi asemi sede be ya wotena no court no kowie na ye bua se oh maami sekitokonu wada so ye chief justice a na ye sa ko fa chief justice foforo e de aba na ho na be chief justice e ba no sa no a emwa kora eti omo edom kuma na wo mra se bedwafie ne de omo da so ejina omo na so se omo chief justice omo nim no e wo Ghana ha ene antaraba sekitokonu wono ko no nim no omo nim obi a etowura John Dramani Mahama ye na dwe se wode owura pobafo boni ebeba de a ene adabraka wo ma ne mpeba bi enyina ansana ensemi wo mo adomasuko yara so awomu ayedi enkomo deputy finance minister owura Thomas Ampim Nyako akasa e de afa nwumasua ho na wo kasa e de fa ho se ebere bi edura wube se amanfo na eboaboa yen ewe nwumasua ene kwanye betumi afa so betumi aye kama wo Ghana ha na se nwoma we nyina no ye yen adwen se ye bekoso ama nkwankwa na aboa ye nwumasua ho a enya de betumi akoso aboa yen o de sansam we ade tudwa wa bra na ADEA dwumadie bi ekoso ene wode nsemi ade tudwa yentie no.
Equally important is the need for targeted investments that promote equity and inclusion. Marginalized groups, girls and children in remote and underserved areas must not be left out. Innovative financing mechanisms, such as results-based financing and education bonds, can help extend educational opportunities to those who need them most. Furthermore, the rise of digital technology presents a unique opportunity to strengthen education financing. Integrating digital payments and data-driven approaches has the potential to enhance transparency, strengthen accountability, and widen access to educational funding. Through digital innovation, we can ensure that every contribution, no matter how small, reaches its intended purpose efficiently and effectively. I extend a sincere call for transformation to our development and private sector partners. Let us move from donor-led intervention to strategic co-investment. Let us align capital, expertise, and innovation with our homegrown priorities, from STEM education and digital infrastructure to technical and vocational training, so that our investments directly empower the next generation of African thinkers, innovators, and leaders. In reimagining education financing in Africa, we are doing more than fulfilling a right. We are building the economic engine for the continent we desire. Let this triennial be remembered as the turning point when we moved from words to action, when we chose to invest in ourselves, believe in our own potential, and secure a prosperous and inclusive future for every African child. This is a cry of the African child, to have the opportunity to manifest its prosperous destiny. May long live Africa, may long live Ghana, may long live Adia.
Na enwoti no enopani ade tudwa se wura wone public accounts committee ena esiane na nkomatwetwe ne mu no ene wode tudwa se wo bewura abanyuma bi mu no wo mu accounts bebre sika da mu sika da wemu accounts no bebrebe eba ne sa no a emwa yenkani nyina embom na yenya single treasury account ya sika no adamu no yebewu se sika wei eye abankra betumi na yusu ede ya bibi fofra ebeboa amagana akoso eno so de ode tudwane.
Sometimes it also depends on when they receive those funds. Sometimes they get support from GRA, and because of the nature of their work, they get some significant support from the Bank of Ghana. Sometimes, the Bank of Ghana will require them to do some financial intelligence work for them, and they will support them. And because of the audit cycle, sometimes they receive these funds, and then auditors are here to audit and they check. So it is difficult to check some of these things. I agree with you. They should not be having a lot of funds sitting in their accounts. That is why we want to implement the Treasury single account properly and sweep accounts for agencies that don't have use for their monies. Because we cannot have money sitting in a lot of accounts when government needs money to work. But that is on a different subject. So.
Way aye and sama Dr. Ampem Nyako wade etuja na yamawura mu na yansan eni enkomo foforo emfamfa yapomde ho ye wo apomden asoye osofo wono e na hwe apomden asoye ne so no abokwa minta akando ade nsem media ba betudwa na asama wo kana ne se ebere bia eni pp amanyokuo no na wo mu wo abanyase no wo mu de sise edigu akwam se e wo se yetumi tase asopetele a ewo Ghana ha nyina no edi egu platform ba koso ye fe no data no ebi na no ebetumi aboa enti se obi kura ewo ha na Kanesi polyclinic ene okwa yarsabia wodu konebu papa no ano na ni data information bia won ho bia no na ehso ewo ha sade ebeya etumi ebetumi aboa ma apomde wonsem etumi akoso na se NPP amanyokuo no ede sanhwehwe no ede guna kwam ya na your friend Ghana Health Information Management System GHIMS na sade no wo mo de ma ekuo bia na from Light Wave Health Information Management System ena yede ema won na adwuma kuo no ba yeso mo ba be ya adwuma no emfiem pimienu ene dunkrumu ena mo hyase sika na da wonti so eye opepepepe dollar no opepepepe no wa $100 million ena yede ema won na $100 million no a ye twaye no na wo sa hospital mako ahankru aduonum 950 ena na wo so mo de wo ekokogu so na honorable Kwabena Minta Akando edi tudwa se empo eduru baabi no na sankrofo ewu no wo ye adwuma wo ha wo be say platform no wo madum wom na baabi ade enya adwuma ya eno no osusu se na ntintwutwa de ebuani friend blackmail ni bi ena na nkrofo no eye.
In order to avoid these disruptions and the shutdowns we are experiencing, although we didn't have any contract with the vendor as at the time we took over, we indicated to the vendor that the ministry was ready to sign service maintenance agreement covering the 450 health facilities. Don't forget that the software is and was not for the state. That is why it's called LIMS, Light Wave Health Information Management System. It's not for the state. In the agreement, we indicated that before we sign such an agreement with you, you have to hand over the data to the state, and you must give us administrative access to the service. The vendor insisted that those clauses must be expunged from the agreement. We cannot expunge those clauses from the agreement because it is a state that must take charge of these data. So the vendor decided to switch the system of as and when he desires and as and when he demands what. And this has gone on for some time now, more than 2 months. And for the past 2 weeks or so, the system has been completely down. If this is not blackmailing, I don't know what it is.
Honorable Kwabena Minta Akando Jabuso Mrasebejani ono no sanya sofo a wo hwe apomde wo samso no this asem we di tu dwanwatiri no ena honorable atiem biem say sa Light Wave Health Information Management System ya de ema won no ya katro mo se so mu wie dwumade ni nyina no a ena opepepe oha $100 million no ya de bema won yenso oha dwumade omudi ye no a wo ha mu ntichemu aduonum 50% pe ena mo ye enso omoje sikani mu $77 million ya eno no eye wo ha mu ntichemu aduoson empo ebro so ena yatua ede amomo na wɔkyerɛ mu sɛ wɔyɛ sɛdeɛ dwumadie no esi etie ɛne sɛdeɛ nkurɔfoɔ yi esi edi dwuma no na ɛbrɛ bi ɔmo pɛ bi ɔmo tumi dum no na yɛaka nsensɛmu ɛwɔ so no a wɔne light wave health information management system limited no ɔno ɔmo akɔ awieyɛ sɛsɛ no wɔde dwumadie no ɛma dwumakuo foforɔ ama ɔmo ayɛ ho adwuma ne ɔmo na saa data no wɔn ba bɛyɛ no kama ɛde ama yɛn na wɔn awie a wɔn bɛhyɛ aseɛ na wɔn de yɛn agugu so ya asopete wɔ Ghana nyina no ɛnkyɛ firi bɛn na ɔtwe mmienu no wɔn bɛtwe obi ade agu so nkakra dwumadie no nyina no ɛbɛyɛ akɔnɔ kama paa.
Is that we were going through these difficulties because the system was monopolized. It was only one person we were dealing with. What is the solution? The solution again is that out of the 950 health facilities, only 450 had been connected, and therefore we have an outstanding of about 500 health facilities. Going forward, we will open up for companies and players in the sector to bid, provided they meet the necessary requirement. So that we open it up and they will all go through the exchange, the middleware, so that in future we will not end at where we are at the moment. The plan going forward is that in the next 1 week, we are going to begin with the teaching hospitals, the regional hospitals, and the highly populated district hospitals, to roll them over onto the system, the GIMS. In the second week, we'll be looking at the rest of the district hospitals, and then in the third week, we'll be looking at the polyclinics, the health centers, and the chiefs. In the fourth week, we'll do the mop-ups. So I am confidently announcing to the good people of this country that we have a 4 weeks plan that will get us out of this mess.
Honorable Kwabena Minta Akando and what is answering edu tuja and Wednesday yara so so Honorable Kwabena Minta Akando ne zentrefo esia ye etwetwe nkomo no osan edi tuja bi mu say dia ama asemi ayehu e ne ho enen say National Health Insurance Authority for ya wo mu make sure say obia data ebeye kama any electronic hospital management system ya lightwave health information management system for no a provider no was say ana no health insurance for ha ade no foi adum ama wo mu no ma nyina akansensemu mu tumi mfanya hwe sade yi en was say omu ye new system a ente Ghana nyina no ebekwa kogu so yo ya troso ne yabo agwam adi enkomo foforo na assembly asi and saying Office of the Special Prosecutor edi ababetudwa na wose enra eno kobowura eye Trazako residence ya nana ya ododu ya dodo no friend Dr. Sledge wote no wakobowura ni fie ewo East Legon ene Godbridge Company Limited na womo ekọ hono no kwasem ene ajapade de omu enya bi pa na Special Prosecutor HSA womunya warrant no ede free Accra High Court ho ena womo court so mo kwakoye set asa so pani womo de korose hontanse bi ede abono se katase sade proye kankan bi ho ha worim hubi waboa amoman no aboka de friend kono cause financial loss to the state no na wono no de no what the court dollar bunobunu no mu a 94 million United States dollars eka ena wama yabo na ehu pa enti OSP HSA womo akọ Dr. Sledge ni fie ho na womo akọ ye no womo akọ no na womo ne OSP Asset Recovery and Management Team ena womo bowura ho womo ewura Dr. Sledge fie ho no enuoma womo ehu ye eye luxury cars enye na ado de luxury car no a bolaka mu nyina ka ho no we de ka luxury ene ya bobo bie unim Kaya Porsche, G-Wagon, cars latest ones heavy ones eduru ho somewhat said ye garage no na wo mo tasse ne senwa o mo di ni abegu ho afei o mo wura ho biem. What a good man. A hockey, a what you good at Joshua. Ufa we good, ufa we good, ufa we good. Jewelries, baby, and also Omutasitas Nina. No mula hono, a trio, a chain, Kofu, you're clear to about the garage. A triony, a trio firearms, and your firearm arms. Firearms, a truno, bid the daha, and in woman, no make a kawa, fire no, a 2 money ammo, and knockout to mo, and no more bre, and also, Omotacitas, Nina, Bebre, Omodina Koguho, we are also at the Fuma. Documents are wood yeah, landed properties are dying, and yet Japadia, a book. Documents a dying a Japanese a dawa bam or the swakwada nimubebu Dr. Sledge and Quadia no and yes when you na ye tase na oman kase omu sika ho skadi oman kase omu bi ntombo mo asa no ma we nyina no and omo se ye de kwa akoboa ama investigation atumi akoso na wo mo chese September bosum mu no and na wo mo eche Dr. Sledge edite no e OSP akate na wo pebel na so na wonya meeting bail conditions no etu o ma ne damu a friend wo manya bie no mo chese enam so Emomano aboka 94 million choppable US dollars. Ewo gold rage refinery. Ya nanke waso mudi juma edibu Ghana no want to be any. Dia tosu mi no. Eye gold for forest. Chesa ya di gold no ade sasa na ye sika no emu ayedu enti dollars na sefo no gold ne be back into gold ne kwa na dollar no emu ayedu omye boka ewo ho na gold for oil initiative na no so course no Dr. Sledge ema ye boka suso ewo ho na no ne calculate ni nyina atumi hu se waba Ghana boka kase enunti yeni nasem ya sese wo mo kire so maba wura ne fia Japade de o matase bi pa ya ebeboa ama ehwehwemu ahodo etumi akosono mumpene OSPA ya to Kasiebo no eso Environmental Service Providers Association ESPA na wo mo akyerese wo mo na wo mo eboa bola ne se no manuoma no ano emre ye from Environmental Service Providers Association na wo mo akyerese ba bi o moduo na de akaka bi na Ghana abdani abutu ewo efi ene nasefo ho esan se eka aban no edi wo mo ene ka twitwiri di a ewo ho no saban no entumi ntua emfa mo a ebema adwuma mu die no aye dia mo pa madam ama oforuwa entwi ene wo de sansem wei ede etu dwa ne entie nsam a wo de tu dwa ne bi sanitation adwuma eyepe na yenye bi mpoda nti ye besre eka na ewo ho no ontwa na service providers no omo nyina omo ntimi nkoso enye adwuma no because ye tutu landfills no transfer stations no ena toilets baby ye two toilets go kra one kan ha menjin this ye betimi atena krom ha best 3 or 4 days enu ndanche ebekwa akofa yare ne oha bebre amaye ena de toso miensa ne echese nkrofo bebre so adwuma e ba bese ene ade wo se nkrofo kwatina fi nti ne yesa ne se omo bankers e de omo akọ court ena suppliers say ye mfi omo biom omo so omo abre wonti me nya business sa 2 years so wonti de bia na omo me story eni nti almost on mapping into yesra mu yesra aban ne yesra ne se aban entwa nani mehwe na ohwe yesika asem ne maye no ne yentina se ne hwe se no betimi atwa na yempesi ebedu babia 7th November no sa ya antihwe ne akoye den yakọ shut down yakọ na chese yenye adwuma biom tinkra ha nyina yesesa bola yeah, because unya baby nkotungu baby akwakotu egu no nipa no oni ho oba be service abeye abiama na waye we aye asama oba himai ede etudwa ede fa enuoma hodo ya ekoso no ho ye fe no ama oforiwa entwi na enu atiri no na woto so se metropolis ene municipal no NFA district assembly ni nyina no okata omo se eto anasika no a eda ho ye wo mu etua edema waste collectors anase omo sesasa bola mo ene na sefo ene omo twi ehyen ka ede efa kroma bola no egugumu ene womo so ewo station transfer station operators no ni nyina no womo entum omo pagam esase sika no emu ha kete etiamoa mo dwumadi a womo die ni nyina no eno entumi nkoso ntia beya ankomo pagam kakra emfama wo se de beya wo dwumadi a wodie no enuoma ebetumi akoso yie dia ma wo
na it say yenji 100 I said Rebecca say there be ntimi nji 100 ese wo ji 20 inti sa fees na assemblies ni fix my shada and cover ejuma na ye no inti ama ejuma no make say companies be brea collapse inti na mamu mudi adanse bi ohamo hu say cars na ni na nkro ni nyina ya dida aye rikiti because it is one of mojini and more munya profits. They are not breaking even. Inti no yes assemblies no ombehwe na omuni yat na se na omo ofisi omo fees na ye behwe cost of operations inti ubehwe car ne bo fuel autoye na taxes ni niam obetua e de ama ba ya hwe sa niam ni na sa na omo atwa ebo na amaye
why aye bola fo a womo ene Ghana fo ahia sa ya nhwe yi a ene atuate no ebetumi abaso ewo se no ma no ho ene yedi sankomo no ede afa ho no afa yamwuram na yeni enkomo foforo emfamfa eye small scale miners association wa Ghana ha na womo de atudwa Ghana National Association of Small Scale Miners ede atudwa sesese no womo ne aban no ebedi kasebom na womo nyina akabom sede beya yebetumi akoatia eye galamsey activities here koso Ghana ha enkanka ene emiamia obekono na omoyi amana akase wa bra wo mu etu afumagudie no omoyi amana donko ede to ho na saa amana no omutututu ye ede tototo ho no eno omaye omadwo se wo mbeboa aban no ama omasiesie na saa amana ni nyina no wo matu natie ede agum sade be ya daati bi no ye betumi atue no ma wo so amana tumi akoso Asante Regional Coordinating Council Small Scale Miners Association eno mo de semi editudwa na omo ka say reclamation ya ekosoi omo so ebe ya bi ntie na omo edom nyina esiaye ya sankomo ekoso ewo Micklin Hotel na saa dwumadie ya ekosoi empanimfo twetwe wura tope bebre ene kasaye na say security for ebaye omo mbaye ne bi agencies bi to say Mineral Development Fund womo ekobi National Security kobi NADMO ekobi EPA ekobi Minerals Commission so ekobi eno omo nyina ekabom se ebre bi adru ye wo se omo nyina ekabom se de be ya owienie ye omo ye ede ato Ghana ho no ye betumi atu ase de kudeku ama ahoto etumi aba Alhaji Musa Osman Chairman Edma Asante Regional Council of Elders Emma Small Scale Miners Association ede sansem we ede tudwa se no kwasem baby adro no so mo se wo trase na o ma ye nhwehan ede ama aban no nko a akwaku sisento krontokro ya ebete na o mo so adwuma no wo mo bi eto obeboa se de be ya mo abeba ni nyina no ebetumi ama enuma ebuso ekreti nyuma ewu nkrase na yetumi asiesie nsase no so ede ama ye daate
ewu nkasa ye pese kata amena no so ya ba ene ya engagement ya atretre ekwan abefa so a ye be kata enduaba no so amena no so ne ya sa dua enduaba ewo akiri enti ene de small scale miners a yati de ye be de nyame ase se jumadi a pese Ghana fo so a wo musu no ye be solve problem no once for all e sha se be busunu ni ya ye juma bebre ya kata memna bebre so le bia na kane ya titi 2014 amena dada nyina ya starting ye kata so se be ya beti Ghana fo be sene ye be sere wo mo ejuma ye ni be bia be ka le se excavator na ya kra ba no ye de taxi ya ye de trotro ye da mine na de be ye etuma ye le ye
Why aya Asama Alhaji Musa Osman chairman Edema Asante Regional Council of Elders Emma Small Scale Miners or the Etu Ghana and what you know Ora Isham Al Hassan presidential staffer political business and our shaswo now when central for Etuken Komo on the Jiremu Edema Asante Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amoakoyene now Komono Edward Tuja say sesa reclamation yen nebe kabum ni aya yen yi
Asante Mamma, ye quiet no assay. You so and so and so assay. Ya quiet so assay. The say boss and never win in our home by. The regional minister any na pound for a war, a regional coordinating council, yet tenacity. And the my be whom say, baby, we read it. As I say, she should be a friend of reclamation. I require because we read Daniel and Sassin and a man activity who is here. I need another for. It's a BBA. Reclamation former, you say, you share a month for Kata and Sassino. And they say, you share almost say Sassino. Near show more for form. No more, they show almost no more to go Kata Sassino. So look, we Katasuna a year. No more when you resettle agenda. We are presidential staffer, Asante Mantem and Free, Edward Sansami Eddie Etuja. District NADMO Director Emma Denchemo. Ewa apoe mantem mame Mary Fodwa akasa na asama waka ana fauda mame Mary Fodwa echese mu amuta soma mumma kogala kope bibra kogalam kope sikabra ene na sefo no eyade bi ehu pa yansuma nkoda ewo baabi ayetu galam sei esa se amra ebetumi abu amani pa no wu obetumi ahwere ne kwabasebase betumi yakoso etu ono de wo soma ana wo de nkrai edema awofo no se eye very dangerous so beka cha obase won ko baabi ayetu efuma gudie esa se na pom de nkra no emwa no eti anya hwe yi wo de sansemi edi tudwa wabra na eye nadmo ana national disaster day nadmo fo eda ewo atem takrase and what is sansemi edi tudwa and what him say akwadadie yansoma no baabi a yetu galam say esa se wo yes ano a na upiapia akwada no akwa amane mu esa se e mine awakutia mine nso amoye omunye reclamation enti no pit nso do da hosa na se ne nkwala na etie e da nye nkwala ni nyina na ye nkwala papa wankwala o haso de kakrawo nti no mepi a na o ahyeyi eni kunti nsuo etimi febi ese nyina yehwe ehusi yi asembi eni ho emfa ni pa aka woni a aka won so instrument na ho enye hwehan until the distance from the rivers I say you make sure so on so na so mutu omo agudie ni wie so a omo reclaim wey aye mame Mary Fodwa ena yetene nka no na no ti no honorable Omar Ahmed Tutu wono so ekasaye na asema wakaye wono ena ye district chief executive edema Denchemo district ewo apoe mantem na asema pani ekaye ne se no kwasem wotu wani etwa ye ho ehia ensase a eda ho nyina no ensase ne nyina asai galam say asai ensase ne nyina ma wo ye ho hwea enye yie ensuwansuwa ne nyina asai obesre aban ne say womoa na yentumi mmɔ ensuwansuwa no ho ban sɛde no bɛyɛ no ma betumi akoso Honorable Omar Ahmed Tutu yo ye aban krat pani esan eto aso biem say eye na ebeye sie nyina ye beka bom na ensase no a yase no ye betumi asiesie na ye nya amramra no ento odate e betumi di woyanie e de aba eti ebra bia duru ase ye nyina ye ka bom ne asiesie ensase no a e betumi aboaye e wo mpuntuo mu.
Yes, some of these areas no you use NADMO are very proactive. When they report to the assembly. It's looking at things that since I came to the office, maybe the sign it's not it's not cable fire outbreak, the cable some of the reclamation of land that reclaim ye bien was so now said the Okofo Assam go back to say the emphata. Because the previous years, mining as say so many land, but with this inception of this new government, it's made it more of the lands now. We do also.
Honorable Omar Ahmed Tutu abaikra tipani o dentemo na yatenenka ediafa ensemi ehono na ye bogremu akwakodi sankomoyi ede a free buffer stock CEO ene ne yire ene companies awodo a wo mo register na nkomoni ni Attorney General ede atudwa say no with the multiple of criminal charges ede abo a former chief executive officer ede ma National Food and Buffer Stock Company NAFCO Hanan Abdul Wahab ene Alu Diba ene ne yire freno Falza Seidu Wuni na ensam say enetie empanifo akyerem say wamu asu say 78 million cedis ababeka opaninsa ya wona na yire atwopo amoman no aboka enkrofo ya bo mo ekwadi Aludiba Foundation Energy Partners Limited and Richard Sam Asante yes say wono adwane womo ade intansa mako aduonu 24 ena yede abomo na bako eye kronomo yomabo stealing the atosumienu money laundering and also eka ho ena next one so fraudulent causing financial loss to the republic ena the atosunai say womunam sebua kwanso public officer omuwo no wamudi emia oman no abokro no enya sikatwitwi di ade agu ombotom eno so eka ho and the next one so international dissipation of public funds say oman sika no omudi bi ekwa aman hodo so ede ya gaga ede ya kasesem ede bi toto dan ne nasefo eno so no eka ho na sanu oman nyina no ene kwadu bi a ekeka ka ho ene yede ntansa ede abomo obode charges no ede akọ criminal division court criminal division kra ha ya wo makwa akọchechire bi akyere mpanimfo na Attorney General ekasa no yentie sede ensemi eseko ye nbi yo yamo ewuramwe na wadaso ewemu mamenkire wemu fanka ho wotre say so yes charge sheet na wo mede ebaaye no a enuoma bi a esisisie ni wo se Hanan Abdul Wahab no ya kiusu no ana ya bodo kwadu se we wie sika ye 50.8 million and ye free national buffer stock for ho yanke wo se sika no wo de eto nuane nanso wo twi sika no e de kwakogu company na ye frɛ no Sautina Enterprise na wo twi sika no kogu mu no e kire se wo mu no mo ye supply e de ma edu so no mo hwehwɛ mu no na womunya supply bia faduane bia nko ba bia enso sika no magye na womu atadi empadifo kire se san hwehwɛmu ya akosoi ene de ka ho ni nyina no eda na di pefresa opani no waya kronfo na yire ya kronfo obi nso ka ho omu nyina ka bo mu bo kro no na sa kro no na omabɔ no wombema emra ne hwehwɛpa ene womu adi wobra esem etiedo womu akwakodina koto ye nyina ye ni di akira ye hwede ekoso yara so ewomu a ye di nkomo bibi aba ya ye friend big push na osofo a wono ene hwe yakwantempon ene akobede yensem so Kwame Agboja Gavins ede atudwa se ebre bi atwa mu wo don se ababema contractor ne be wi adwuma no a e wo se abani tua ne ka no na kapre eni ho abani be ya enya de a aban no ebetumi enya sika ede atua na fresa di pakro no a one aban no ekọ contract no na wasase charge edi sikani bi ka ho interest wasema kwakwaje bank bosia abani ntua ya interest abeka ho na ekokodu sano a wo se ama ban budget na ko mabodi sika no aye pafo omo ye ho hwea enye yi owura Kwame Agboja Gavins edi atodwa se ebere ya ye wo mu sanu oman enya de ba kumpo ebekoso esase big push no sika no eda ho wo ye adwuma no wi a ne yatam ne ye de amawo eti adwuma no wo de ne so obeye ne waye ne yie ne wayere ho aye ne ntam se de ebeye obeye ne ntam no anya biaye na sika no eda ho a big push ebetumi aboa ama enmunyam papa etumi akoso yentie nsemo a Kwame Agboja Gavins wo de atodwa.
The law says we pay them in 6 months. We don't intend to pay people in 6 months. Once the regime of payment improves, contractors don't really care whether there's a clause in there or not. And we are determined to use the big push as a template to start that with without having written that to the contract. We pay them within a reasonable time. Then they can go and actually retire their indebtedness to the banks or the financial institution, and everybody will be happy. So we shouldn't be too worried about the clause of our interest on delayed payment. With regard to advanced mobilization, yes, if we had the money, we'll pay. But as a minister, we know contractors we can't pay. And then the same contractor comes to get a new job. And then you are using the money to pay advanced mobilization. And then the certificate you owe him is attracting interest. Won't you rather pay off his debt and allow him to use his own money as capital to start the new project? I think we had this discussion with them, and we thought that it was appropriate. That is why we want to thank the Parliament for making allowance for some amount to be set aside for arrears clearance. The last check, I think we have paid almost 5 billion towards the arrears, and we will continue to do that. The Ghanaian contractor deserves to get his money back so that they can go back to site in our communities and work and make those roads safer for all of us.
Why I am some honorable Kwame Agboja governs or the Etuja na Motor Traffic and Transport Department MTTD Emma Ghana Police Service and that one more and central for SCI Etretrain Komo na MTTD Penia Wadano ya wano and they in charge of research, education and training. Our MTTD Chief Superintendent Alexander Obeng and our wisdom head Jome Etretrain Komo yentie sama wisdom ediba ni bi.
Kaditi kuo ye beka se potoka se mu a leading consultant ye ba se wo cheche ekuku ahodo ye ba abefo ntentanfidie nsu dwumedie nsu a wotumi di mu akotene pa ye na kache ebi ewo Ghana ha Gambia na UK abrochimemu dwumedie a wato ne din se Agile in Africa no ene ye a wopa no hontoma na mpanyin for ahodo bebre ebi pie dwumedie yase peyipa ye oda training and research ano ema police MTTD Chief Superintendent Alexander Obeng echremu se eba Agile in Africa dwumedie ya wodi na Ghana Police Service so agye atumu
abefo mfidie no ebetimenya ho adanse na no ene efe no Traffic GH na utua no ankoye biewa na no chese watrefo so a ewo mirika ho a akwanhia dodo esi Ghana ha emu aduesia ohanu mu aduesia ye speed no ewo ankoye speed ana America tente ho subamboni wakwanso sa kwanhia ma ebasa na kwanso adwo na kwanso dwumadie no atumpon na nipa wuo ni pra no abafo yehu se Ghana se uyi akwan ti se the government dey push aba with 10 billion road construction now ye no now sa ma road safety kanu bodewura
Peipa ya oda akaditi ano ya no founder of Agile in Africa Nana Bambara Aban edna no the same etudwa kire mu se Agile in Africa ene wodi mfihyedu ne ho abehia pa se aban dwumeku eni ankorakora nyina no beso ase na eba abefo dwumedi a wetumi asomu ejina brani.
So we introduced the idea. Also, I've written a paper with my team for governments to consider adopting Agile. There are other governments in Africa, like South Africa and Rwanda, that adopted Agile many years ago. Governments like Britain and many others in America and other places, they've adopted Agile to improve services in the public sector, in the judiciary, prison service, in the public police service, in procurement, having platforms for bidding and for tendering, even for pensions. So many of the governments around the world are beginning to adopt Agile practices to reduce costs and increase the value of what they're trying to do, make their systems lean and more efficient.
Wisdom headed Jome Amanabo and a yete yeno. Ye drewe so Ajabwa for Kratote nearby Yeba, Yebetuan Comonoso.
Na ede na ya obeyi a oda former son ye funu mu emunumuni.
Oh, Mr. Entry,
also ya titi bi ben fie pi nanso ne yam nyono da se me chew no ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a ebe ye nwanwa
menyi ni say what ulcer tamfo hexa capsules any hexa mixture yanum bom kotia ulcer no bia ma no anom anka ne ho ato no dadaada ulcer dro de eno any hexa capsules any hexa mixture
akom ni nchiremu
ulcer ye kura eto ye funu ene ensunu mu etuma wo ye funu ekeka wa wo gye ho a enyi ulcer etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie so how eye ulcer de a compare hexa capsules any hexa mixture nanum bom na ho ebeto
pedudu etu a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 02038228855 Apefo abatanya wama won mofra no fo ene mofra woni mfie dumienu enka ho Haxa capsules ene ne mixture
ulcer tamfo FDA age adwadie nkrato yi atom
Every human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Femna na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi ama kame na to na twetweme binya 3p garlic mixer no aboa me pa edunu ata miracle bi wadro no chese mafunu kra se di sia twimi anka me humi esi so kase me humi ani esi so obeka se di bibi hye me so bi no ni na ye normal ni bi pi na ti no ti pa me sa 3 days ni na edunu anka se de nyankopon di ayi bi ahodi se ma yi bi nyasa mketo ana se we de me fro aka so na me fa hye me nkwa na
me de abe pa se 3 years ana aseme gina wa me mu se shinya se me kwa me dia me ko bia mu se mo tmedu aba 6 years ni o tema bia me ya maji se ene me jana ta ya le nem ku me preko ene 4 days ana me koto 3 garlic mixture di tema me kase yanku pe no yam se ene ya me no kase me wa to me a me din wa me ntia se
3p garlic mixture ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e wo 02489288824 and 020100002.
Welcome to Auto Check Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit Auto Checks at Koforidua Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto Checks, check.
Auto Checks, your safety, our priority.
Check, Auto Checks.
Messi menananu aguru basa abi brabro tibedo imlenu na ma premaye hojo.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye diagro na yesa edu mre bi kra na me ba no timide omo be gumi so weekend no.
Hey, memre
I don't think I'm a catcher say ya no medi garlic capsules. Poso nyina ebesisi so kama. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well. Medi garlic capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Medimosis garlic capsules. Boa mamoja dini paduani mu efusani ye na esiesie oba ne barima mahona wodin. Ubenya edui bi ato omanyi mu pharmacy stores frey wo 050 349 4885. Eduro yi enye mamofra enye ndi mfie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medimosis. Unni how FDA ajije di nkra tuwe atum.
Hi, I'm pleased to introduce to you Cancer Mixture, a herbal mixture for arthritic pain.
Arthritis, it's me. Cancer Mixture, no, Cancer Mixture, no, Cancer Mixture.
Yeruba Biara na Nudruo, Morio ya, or arthritis. Cancer mixture, obey your juma when you put it inside. I'm a pencil new grand.
And in Fidebina, menu, on your market for your button, a woman, one menu for. First, baby, I'm from one Sanka, saying Susan, Bonibiara, home doctor, and I report for FDA Med Safety App Nodo. And Katui, FDA App Nodo.
Say yet wa Kasiebo no so ade we very important to pass ushia be mana wo say opewo a atobo asebra e ma no misemu yi na abrante bia akwakoshi oba no ese oye de adwuma no so we pilot ena wati asiama warere no a so one day no bi san say aha wo kura no so we pilot na every prebe na otwe so we na emtwe aviator no sa every prebe no a espaki kura na etuo no ya amanfo etwa bet ya mum sika nyina ase no oso no otwe brother asem we wi ase yo ya to Kasiebo no so ne yedi nkomo circuit court a ewo Cape Coast ana no mokaya ya Kasiebo emidi nsem bi ade tomonim ade fa opanim bi afa no Kofi Nyan ya no wanya mfrisia aduanan enkron ene aketesia bi a wanya mfrisia dumiensa ewo Manford na menemu adi nkomo no ena mede to monim se Kofi Nyan etere se wono ne sika ada ho ama aketesia ye frɛ no aketesia anya 13 years mfia dumiensa no akwakofa sika no ye 800 cedis kan sika 8 million na wotere se wana wabia no obe hwe aketesia no ateka cheso wana ne beda na everyone wabia no obe 200 Ghana film enti 800 Ghana cedis no or the bury no 4 hours ena odada akwadai atwe no de ne ko ghetto bi e wo Manford na ne namfofo atwe camera e de asine so na ne namfofo no eye agogo edina kwasi abam ena eja ankuto na mrantia nan ye wo ghetto wo wi sisi wo ma no ma twe camera e de si Kofi Nyan ye fisherman na wonya 49 years na waka kwada 13 years atim ho no wawe no said ye wo pe na ne ho abai no wapepra kwada na sabi moja ya eka ho asami ya ka ye no prosifo ateye emom kwoti Kofi Nyan na wati Kofi Nyan no wadi Kofi Nyan ekokopie mu ewo aprosifo ho na de din kan no omofa aketesia no ede ne ko St. Luke Catholic Hospital ekoye examination efa no ho omowie no omde ne ko dofsu asem no wo mo ma ne so apɛ ede na kokopie aprosifo akate aprosifo so asem no mu no wo mo aye ne ntentemu ade akokopie court ema circuit court a ewo Cape Coast etena asem no so wan twentwen so kra esa se owura Kofi Nyan aprosifo che no wagye tumu se ono ana aye akoda no one nada 13 years no 49 years ware no eti ne ga akoda no awie nsika ena wone no ada ateka na wabra piempani a wotere dwam ote asem no wo usa samo ama ya friend Kofi Nyan no wadi anyambrasem it was sentenced in 10 years so nkonkodem wakoba wo hu akoda wanya 13 years a wonam ha wono so befa Kofi beba no no anya 59 years na ka 1 year na ko pension we ya adwuma bi enye yie bi ne epono so kura no wotumi nkotena ho enkoye adwuma na chese ye de no akọ awie ya anono finally me fa asem we emfa ntwam Environmental Protection Authority EPA4 at the krata de aba na asem omode aba no se a free another year econo time farm machine almost sis woma bra e wo kruma almost say wo woni ma obekra time fine wo woni ma wo be ya time fine wo woni ma wo beto time fine yetewa emra no ubedi almost omugina EPA mra ya wo mo ayeye no Environmental Protection Act no so 2025 Act 1124 omagina so ya Environmental Assessment and Regulation 2025 LI 2504 no omagina so ede was secretary ede atoso sawo wunim ni abetew se ukra chamfan no obedem na afei no ya betom biem ene say omose workshop ya wo ya chamfan shop ya ye behu ne say o produce chamfan obi a ye beti no say woton chamfan sa shop no ye tewa ye betum ye to shop no mu a enuoma wo ho ni nyina so ombesesa akwakose no etu wo a wo kra chamfan engine eba Ghana ha wo kra chamfan ba krom ha wo a wo produce chamfan wo a wo specialization ene chamfan ye no omo chese omo chewa emra ene ubedi a EPA HSA e free ene ya ekono tinton tan wo mo twa chamfan afidie emu ya wo bia wunim na obaye chamfan adwuma ni abetew no emra ese efata ena wo mo ne wo ebedie etumada roma ena mo a mo so mode chamfan afidie ekokosi nsuo so eye saa galamsey no wo mo kyerese wo mo chewa wo mo mu a wa court straight 17 years ena obekọ kutwa etimu a mo sensuo no mo so mo nya hweyie na enuoma pa etumi enkoso eti chamfan ya brand deku ede free oman Ghana mu Kasiebo yi say ye odew anya odew yemfa ehosomo emfa mo MTN everywhere you go. MTN semen kanche so mo de Kasiebo ni denti brano omone mo atrase edim komo de boa enkomo ne sen wo se download MTN momo app no na unya download momo app no a fa send sika anasa MTN no fa send sika o de everyday bia no make sure say 100 Ghana obe send anasa obe send 200 Ghana e de amamfo na unya send 100 and 200 a eno ano no fantini be send 9 wudem na omo say everyday bia no obetumi anwene up to 200 cedis anasa 100 cedis week obetumi anwene 2000 Ghana cedis ena edru grand finale no a eno so no obetumi anya 100,000 Ghana cedis ya ode ebetwa no MTN osekai say enkabo hwehwe kakra ebo Little George Health Shop and I offer me was here for to Ghana for him say what tema community 5 was a preview be run about any previous afontem when you know emedin sa so no mo na ni jesonko entumi nkoso and saying what to nro do a wahwehwe no wi ase na opabie na unya bie nyina no obehwo ama enuoma etumi akoso MTN was here for to nyina monim say akwanya no ani o etu oboa wo no na Little George so emma wopom dimu nro papa ye betumi aboa wada Roma say ye kwa Mr. Kwa plus Mr. Dominion Herbal Powder Mr. K vitamins the minerals ya ye de local herbs and foreign one e de aye ni nyina wo ni nyina bi ewo ho wo de also beba tema community 5 preview be run about and previous afonentem na woni no edi nsawoso obetumi a friend was 0243 140 213 0243 140 213 Ruta natural product and Ephraim Ruta Nedro Biajenkwa Ruta see Fantumani say Ruta Mesano it took malaria fever see the kudeku Emma Edia Hotoba Ruta Titanic it took typhoid fever ase Ruta life na nesadi ni pedian hurumu Emma ni pedian mu da hokrojen na unmedura etumi ajewo enti woni Ruta eni nsawoso kwa baby eto dro bia na kase upe Ruta malaria duro no and Ruta typhoid duro no and Ruta life na ebejewo life wom it will be young kwampa over to me after 0244 503443 0244 503443 3P garlic mixture PWAC natural health and wodi adu papa yi ede aba na Dr. Penia wada no Dr. Mototi osiem fantum anim say eye 100% natural garlic papa ya extract na ya no ne atwem nsuo e wo nano technology ho ne ade agye 3P garlic mixture na edure agye award Ghana ha ene miamia wodo bebre wunya bia ebebo apa osiem fantum nyinam anim say sawode no opese usiesie ne padua no ana say wapo no wapo so eye utititi enframa ejina woyam ana say bia body no enkoyie stress ena hawa wunya 3P garlic mixture esiesie ne padua no wunya binum a ebo papa obetumi afre number we 0248 928 824 0248 928 824. Let's talk educational consult and the Bruce one. Was here fantum when say akwada wanya 6 months ekopim 6 years. Se woni adaje na omano opeso do omko school for bra na omuno mesuade. What entrepreneurship, reading and writing, personality development, IT training, creativity and exploration. Who say ade ba ko ne say akwada ebeko school ABCD 1 2 3 no kosua abrofo no a akwada no bedru school mu no that wonyini kura no a emwa no a lion has a tail kwan wato sanyum no a no akode baby but say the sadie we ekire nkwada na hyase no a wonyina obehu ne se ono so tumi bio no anadwuma etumi boa ma na brabo ekoso eti ne yefre wo no eti wonne let's talk educational consult eni nsa so obeboa wo amenu ma nyina no etumi akoso o tesi nungwa estate Mango Street wa Beleje Kuku Municipal Assembly no obefriend wo 0249 069 821 0249 069 821. SPARNIS Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules and a Ephraim was say on us tata ya edre eyamon would you so be bad cholesterol menstrual disorders arthritis halitosis and a gastric ulcer and what we yamuno wada roma or the say obe Spanish garlic mixture and then the capsules no no be na ebeboa edro no eyapa it kosona no mu eni nsawso besra wonya bi afre wonya bi nso afre 0266 114111 0266 114111 and sasepa ne buefo ewo dodowa ayikuma asebi doyumu afianya dowenya any science na da bia ya metabi sase what is the capital of Greater Accra region when we said dodo no anu madwin yanko ho na munim say Dodowa no body no is the capital of Greater Accra region. If Dodowa is the capital of Greater Accra region there, and you now to asase wo Dodowa, what to asase e the capital of Greater Accra region. Eti ko hoy na kokwaje wo de. Asase no Dodowa aikuma asebi doyumu afianya dowenya ene shy hills and sase papa e wo ho ya ne bo efo. Eti kwaje bi. Obetumi afro mo e wo 0244 684 069. 0244 684 069. Power Specialist Seba Hospital. Mami Beatrice Akosua dia ya wono no. Wose mfanto Ghana fo nim say hepatitis A B C D and E wotu ase, fat liver, sciatica, ulcer, fibroid, any kidney stones, bra no nanim free ho, ema ahoto emra so. Jirika jiri memedru no, ene hebaten mixture no, enu boostu mane meme nyina immune system, ema mo ye very strong. Akra kwa benya pokwase ACP kwan so, obeboa wo. Kumase feyi ase, edua ya junction, ubehu no, ena takra de Energy Estate, you obe Hantaman Rural Bank no. Ofre no 0244 544442 wajoso. 0244 544442. Mensaka ena yedusu no sika bafie brana de sika na bajibi na fateli wodi ane so be dal star 274 has star 274 has no abowum na be win big tonight ye 1000 2000 and a lot of money ya ye tete fa ho bajim na bajim mensaka ne bi wodi ane se utwa ba ko 5 twam ye no 10 miansa 15 and 9 20 twadodo bia obetumi na wonso obenwini sika enanwumre ama wafili mensaka kaise enhwehwe kakra ewo ehun Medimosis Clinic and Diagnostic Center Medimosis Diagnostic Center ena efremu wose afanto Ghana for nim say why all kinds of laboratory services ya de ka ho eye liver and kidney function test woye enubi etuba obeya mawo ama wani age woye full blood count, prostate specific antigen, urine analysis, blood and urine culture, and sensitivity, digital x-ray, dental x-ray, na woba obeye ama wani age. Medmosis or dental barrier. When the police station no ne di hwenu the number is 0244 068 447 0244 068 447. Haxa mixture ene ne capsules efremo wasi amfantum anim se wo ye osa tamfo dura wunya bia eboa osa yarbone na tamfo pa eye haxa mixture ene capsules eti uyem ekuro atoyem aduane toyem ana uyem ya onso nidi ya na uyem ya etomre bia ogya na ya na moja wom osa yade no ena edi sa adwuma no Kaise Food and Drugs Authority aji wo mu atum eti koswe na wone Haxa enin sawoso obetumi afro mo 0240 238 310 0240 238 310. Finally Solak Natural Clinic ena efremu Dr. Solomon wasi amfantu anim se wo ye nipa bi kidney ene liver yade ene hawo say ye kidney ene liver dia ene ye Solak Natural Clinic ene wo se utu anamo eko na obeboa ama ho ato kidney ni liver wonya ho adwuma pa na obi bi obeba bi anso no obesa ne yade ama ho ato no okukomlemle wo be Harvard Senior High School no the number is 0553 932631 for 200 cities pe fako obecheck kidney any liver no amount e wo se bibia e kama na owie na yade no e wo ho a or the 300 Ghana cities ebe start wa yarehwe ama ho ato okwa kase okumangrase ano hene ba se memra package ewo ho edemaw 0553 932631 0553 932631 Kasiebo SC efio febia any majority ena wo mo ejina chirese producers nketesi am yenu bi